from the old backwards. This is on that line with Earl Muir. And now, man who has the comedy, he has the laugh, and he is ready to entertain like he has never entertained before.
Mr. Ramir, welcome to Earth Nightline, and I am Ramir. Okay, finally, a superstar will go to Hollywood. John Cena gets too much, and who knows, DC Comics big on the Suicide Squad once again, but John Cena nearly got in the perfect role to play Peacemaker. I don't know if Cena's been wrestling too much, but he could be a Peacemaker. He could be Peacemaker. Then you were only talking to Warner Pictures and WWE Studios to prove that Cena and John Cena only to boost Suicide Squad remake. Set the bounds out of the ferry. Mr. Cena asked DC member, it's a important question. And I know that a important question is limited, but I kind of wondering if you want to see this question. Okay, anyway, here we go. Every folk got no belief in others, try to become real fans. And my boy actor wrestler and indeed presenter ultimately his new wife on the spot. But where he got his new wife on the spot, that's very good. But he never transformed into a hero. I agree. Who got enough time to tell Cena on the truth? Cena don't ever go too far on the next story arc. Cena winning the Universal title was very funny, but John Cena plays Peacemaker, a DC villain in the new Suicide Squad movie.
Randy Orton is coming. Yep, he's here.
Thank you, Mr. Miller, for advancing your accents here. But you're right. John Cena's got two big movies here, and he got something more important to you. Well, we didn't know she did maybe say, we understand what the point here. But what Cena did was completely irrelevant to a lot of people here. He married him in a public place at the right time, at the right moment, because even though Cena doesn't break out with former wife, his new wife, this could be what we call a superstar syndrome taken to the next level. I mean, Cena has been in some appearances in also in both WWE and Royal Rumble, especially SummerSlam. Really, if everyone else knew about SummerSlam, that could be all he wrote. But the point is actually here. Cena was supposed to be at WrestleMania, but he did have to follow out here. Rumors expect that Cena was going to be in a feature represents at WrestleMania 37 in the Firefly Funhouse match. Bray Wyatt got burned. After all, why would Bray Wyatt got burned? I mean, something spooky going on here in John Cena world. Even though he's playing hero in the Suicide Squad, or playing a bounty hunter movie villain resident in Fast and Furious 9. There are both sides, and John Cena is gonna play a bigger part as he gets an unnecessary role in the next Fast and Furious franchise. If they keep on just booting the series up here from the Marine. I know what it says here. If we reboot the series of Marine, that would be bad enough. But that's the way we understand here, folks. Not an idea to find understand it here. But I think understand will believe of how much ideas for all time to let someone else take the rightful spot. Whoa, you understand of what's going on here. I felt what you're paying here. I didn't mean that, but see ya, you cannot go over and transform into something you're not here. If you do a star once, you couldn't be the hero, but you couldn't be the hero if you get the superhero props.
Commercial. Oh, wow.
They were pioneers in the world of animation. Joseph Barbera and Bill Hanna, creators of Yogi Bear, Fred Flintstone, George Jetson, and Scooby-Doo. Hanna and Barbera, from cell washers and painters to directing Oscar-winning epics. Two of the greatest minds in animation on a brand new hour-long episode of Toonheads. Sunday night at 9, only on Cartoon Network.
Talk to the cowboy bartender. Apple.
Oh, okay, folks. When John Cena still in Hollywood, and he's supposed to be a WWE wrestler here, why did John Cena nearly left the company after WrestleMania 36? I mean, night 2 was exactly see John Cena finally get his hands on the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt does defeat John Cena. Like John Cena's last WWE run was a final WWE failure. Okay, who are you? It's the WWE president. What are you doing here? I'm here tonight to address WrestleMania 37. I cannot believe one vote said that this time I'm really going to change the rest of the match. I mean, everyone else are talking about how much hours they spend to make WWE come up on top. I mean, did it say that John Cena is acting on his own half heel? He done anything from legendary to watch the TV movies to sequels to from like Scooby-Doo, like Scooby-Doo and WWE Rushman Mystery, the Flintstones and WWE Super Rock Showdown, legendary, 12 rounds, and we all know that John Cena is going to get a bigger war in this week's in Rockers, and of course he did sign Rockers. Why would John Cena have a war in Rockers? Daddy's home, and he didn't very much fire. I mean, that movie gives Cena the advantage. Because Cena is a great actor, kind of like that dog who then let his baby on the floor. Please, bartender. John Cena's acting because he has transformed himself into a kind of hero. But he's no hero, cowboy. You already knew that already, as I did the president, however. Believe that John Cena should get a one-on-one and get the stand at the the Universal title from the head of the table. The man who is working with Paul Heyman, the betrayer of all lines here, Roman Reigns for the at WrestleMania 38. But WrestleMania 38 wasn't until 2022, which is next year. I don't care if John Cena will fight against Edge and Daniel Bryan. If Edge wins, then it was around 38 was he Cena fighting Edge for the Universal title, and we knew for a limited time only. Perhaps Cena should debut his Hollywood persona, that's the persona attire, to make sure that he's finally going in Hollywood and he's going to heal in spite of it. Please. WWE is not gonna turn itself to making John Cena a heel. We explained that already. However, Don Merrill once said, and I think he said that here, is that even if we have a plan to make John Cena go from a babyface to a heel, then we have to find a way of finding a heel turn back into a babyface, which Seth Rollins could be the true babyface as a Monday Night Pariah. Monday Night Pariah. You are acting like a kind of worry here. Sitting the really president. We are doing a show because we felt like we talking about WWE, and John Cena, and it has not fight over to a heel. Because we not tell John Cena about that because it might hurt his chances. Well, what about Chris Jericho and BJ Penn, what he said earlier? That doesn't seem to me, because you haven't gotten too much yet. That's clearly of what you just said. John Cena is the greatest superstar of all time. We should give him the respect and recognition that he deserves. I agree. Give him the award. Give him the trophy, a Glover Award, a Grammy, or even the Teen Choice Awards. Give something for John Cena. For Pete's sake, put him as the host for the Oscars.
All right, as well. The whirling hurricane with the flying breathing dragon. Everybody graduate. I know, it makes no sense.
Ellie, anyway, you have done it again. But I say, folks, it's so good to find out that John Cena has not gone for a hero, but the Suicide Squad is coming this summer, and I kind of believe we're going to witness John Cena finally going to do some of the things that he knew that he was a villain because he wants Rain to blow out. And we do want to mention all you folks that tomorrow we'll find more Tyrell Jimmy Fallon with Triple H and Miss Smith. So just be careful what's going on. I mean, We don't want to keep this going too far. Well, anyway, if you know what, that's the news, and I'm out here. Hasta vista, baby.